I'll handle it, I said, leaning forward. I always do. Ethan smiled like I'd said something cute. Relax. It's just paperwork. Claire reached for my arm under the table. You trust us, right? I do, I said, because that had always been the easiest answer. Mr. Holloway folded his hands. Let's stay professional. Titles exist for a reason. I swallowed. I built half this company. Ethan laughed softly. You helped. That's different. I wanted to argue, but I didn't. I never did. I told myself loyalty mattered more than titles. I told myself results spoke louder than names on doors. Claire glanced at the folder. These updates just make things cleaner. Cleaner how? I asked. She hesitated. More efficient. Mr. Holloway slid the documents closer. You're not being removed. This is a temporary adjustment. Temporary sounds permanent when lawyers say it, I said. Ethan sighed. Why are you making this dramatic? I'm asking questions. And we're answering, he said. You don't need authority to be valuable. That line stung more than it should have. I flipped pages. Words blurred. Clauses stacked like bricks. Ownership percentages. Decision rights. Liability transfers. This says I no longer approve contracts, I said. Claire smiled tightly. Because Ethan does that better. It says I'm not listed as a partner, I said. Mr. Holloway nodded. Operational clarity. So what am I? Ethan leaned back. The heart. The engine. Engines get replaced, I said. Claire squeezed my hand harder. Don't do this here. I looked at her. You read this? She didn't answer. Claire. Yes, she said. We all did. When? Ethan checked his watch. Weeks ago. I felt something sink. And you didn't tell me. We didn't want to worry you, Claire said. Mr. Holloway cleared his throat. You're emotional. Let's focus. I'm calm, I said, though my voice shook. I just want time. Ethan shook his head. We're on a deadline. For what? Growth. Growth for who? He smiled again. For the company. I stared at the signature line. My name waited patiently, like it trusted me. This removes my voting power, I said. Mr. Holloway nodded. Streamlining. It removes my exit rights. Protection, Ethan said. Protection for who? Silence answered me. Claire whispered, please don't ruin this. Ruin what? Our future. I laughed once, quietly. You decided my future without me. She looked away. Ethan leaned forward. You're overreacting. You'll still work here. As what? As you, he said. Just without the stress. I thought of the nights I slept on the office couch. The calls I took while Claire slept beside me. The deals I fixed when Ethan vanished. I need a lawyer, I said. Mr. Holloway's smile thinned. That won't be necessary. It is for me. Ethan's voice dropped. If you delay this, funding pauses. And the company suffers. So this is a threat. It's reality, he said. Claire met my eyes again. If you love me, sign. That hurt the most. I picked up the pen. My hand trembled. This is temporary, Mr. Holloway said gently. You'll thank us later, Ethan said. Claire whispered, I'm sorry. I signed. The pen scratched. My name looked wrong on the page, like it belonged to someone else. Mr. Holloway collected the papers. Meeting adjourned. Ethan stood. Good talk. Claire hugged me. Her arms felt unfamiliar. I walked out alone. The hallway lights buzzed softly. People typed. Phones rang. Nobody looked at me. I checked my phone. No messages. In the elevator, my reflection stared back. Same face. Less weight. I told myself it was fine. That loyalty mattered. That I survived. I didn't know I'd just erased myself. Why didn't you tell me? I asked. Claire stood by the window, arms crossed. I did tell you. No, I said. You reassured me. That's not the same thing. She sighed. You always hear what you want. That's not fair. She turned. None of this is fair. I laughed, but it came out broken. You helped them take everything. I didn't take anything, she said quickly. Ethan did. So you watched. I protected us. There is no us, I said. She flinched. Don't say that. Ethan's voice echoed in my head, calm and mocking. I drove straight to his place. He opened the door like he'd been expecting me. You okay? No, I said. But you knew that. He stepped aside. Come in. I'm not here to sit. He shrugged. Then talk. You planned it, I said. All of it. He poured a drink. I planned stability. You planned my removal. Don't be dramatic. You waited weeks. Someone had to, he said. You were too emotional. That's your excuse? That's the truth. I stepped closer. You used my trust. He met my eyes. You gave it freely. So you don't feel guilty. He hesitated. Feelings don't run companies. I loved you like a brother. He smirked. Brothers don't hold progress back. I left before I said something I couldn't take back. The next morning, security stopped me at the office door. Temporary, the guard said quietly. Orders. I saw Ethan through the glass, already in my chair. I called Claire. No answer. I texted. Nothing. At lunch, I ran into Liam near the elevators. You shouldn't be here, he whispered. I work here. He shook his head. Not on paper. What does that mean? He glanced around. Documents were updated weeks ago. So you knew. I suspected, he said. I'm sorry. Sorry doesn't fix this. I know. I packed my desk while people pretended not to see me. Claire finally called that night. Where are you? She asked. Somewhere honest, I said. You're being cruel. You helped them erase me. I helped us survive. By killing me? Silence. I can explain, she said. You already did. She started crying. I was scared. So was I. You never listened, she said. I listened every time. Then why didn't you see this coming? Because I trusted you, I thought. I'm done, I said. She whispered my name. I hung up. The rain started after midnight. I walked without direction. I ended up on the bridge. Cars rushed past. Nobody noticed me. My phone buzzed. Ethan. We need to talk. I laughed out loud. I leaned against the railing. Cold metal pressed into my palms. I thought about loyalty. About love. About how quietly everything ended. I wondered if anyone would miss me. I wondered if this was the only way to stop feeling. The water below looked dark and endless. I closed my eyes and stepped forward. Hey, someone said. Are you asleep? I opened my eyes. What? Claire stood near my desk, younger, smiling, holding coffee. You okay? You zoned out. My heart slammed. Where am I? She laughed. At work. Where else? I looked around. Same office. Same desk. Same crack in the wall. The contract folder sat unopened. Ethan leaned over the divider. You ready for the meeting? I stood up too fast. What date is it? He frowned. Did you hit your head? Answer me. Tuesday, he said. Why? I checked my phone. The date punched my chest. Weeks before everything ended. No, I whispered. Claire stepped closer. What's wrong? I need air, I said. She followed me into the hallway. You're scaring me. I fell, I said. I died. She laughed nervously. Not funny. I was on the bridge, I said. You weren't answering. Her smile faded. You're stressed. Ethan joined us. What's this about? I stared at him. You already changed the documents. His face went blank for half a second. What documents? So you did. You're imagining things, he said. I signed them, I said. You took everything. Claire shook her head. You haven't signed anything. Yet, I said. Mr. Holloway's voice cut in. Meeting in 5. I turned slowly. He looked exactly the same. Calm. Untouchable. You're late, he said. I walked into the conference room. The folder waited again. Ethan smiled. Just routine updates. I didn't sit. I want a copy. Mr. Holloway raised an eyebrow. Of all documents, I said. Claire whispered, please don't do this. Do what? I asked. Read? Ethan laughed. You're acting paranoid. Then you won't mind waiting, I said. Mr. Holloway folded his hands. This is unnecessary. So was killing me, I said. Silence filled the room. What did you say? Claire asked. I took the folder. My hands were steady now. I remember everything. Ethan stood. Sit down. No. This meeting is happening, Mr. Holloway said. Without me, I said. Not anymore. Claire grabbed my arm. You're going to ruin us. You already did, I said softly. I walked out. Liam stood near the printer. You okay? I looked at him. They altered contracts before telling me. He froze. How do you know? So it's true. He swallowed. I shouldn't say anything. You don't have to, I said. Just listen. We went to the stairwell. They're planning to reduce your ownership, he said quietly. I know. You're calm, he said. I died already, I said. He stared. That's not funny. I know. I went back to my desk. Claire followed. Talk to me, she said. Did you love me, I asked, or what I provided? She hesitated. That was enough. Ethan stormed over. You embarrassed us. You erased me, I said. Because you were weak, he snapped. I leaned closer. Not this time. Mr. Holloway appeared. Go home. I will, I said. After I read everything. This won't end well, he said. It already did, I replied. I opened the folder again. The signature line waited. Not today. I closed it. My hands didn't shake. I wasn't scared. I had been buried once. I wasn't signing my grave again. Why are you suddenly quiet? Ethan asked. I didn't look up from my screen. I'm listening. He laughed. That's new. Claire leaned against my desk. You've barely talked all day. I'm tired, I said. Of what? She asked. Being loud, I replied. She frowned. You're being strange. I smiled. You said I overreacted before. I'm fixing that. Ethan shrugged. As long as you sign later. I will, I said. After I understand everything. There's nothing to understand, he said. It's standard. Standard for who? I asked. He waved a hand. Executives. I nodded. Good to know. He walked away, satisfied. Claire stayed. You're not mad at me, right? I looked at her. Would you tell me if I was? She hesitated. I'd feel it. I felt nothing. At lunch, I met Miss Carter. She didn't smile. You're late. I'm careful, I said. She slid a document across the table. Read line 3. It gives them control, I said. She nodded. Because you allow it. They said it was temporary. She leaned back. Temporary is a word used by people who plan permanence. So what do I do? You stop trusting tone, she said. You trust text. I frowned. That's it? That's everything, she said. Back at the office, Liam whispered, they're nervous. Why? You didn't sign. I opened my email. New approvals waited. All routed through Ethan. I forwarded them to myself. Claire messaged me. Can we talk tonight? I typed back. About what? Us. I stared at the screen. Ethan passed by again. Don't forget. Meeting tomorrow. I won't, I said. That night, Claire paced my apartment. You're shutting me out, she said. I'm thinking, I replied. About leaving? About staying blind. She crossed her arms. You're being cold. I'm being awake. She scoffed. You think you're smarter now? I think I was stupid before. That hurts. So did lying, I said. She opened her mouth, then closed it. You don't trust me. I trust patterns, I said. She left without saying goodbye. The next day, Mr. Holloway called me in. You've delayed progress, he said. I've requested clarity, I replied. Authority doesn't suit everyone. I'm not asking for authority, I said. I'm claiming ownership. He smiled thinly. Paper doesn't make you powerful. Neither does confidence, I said. But both help. Ethan joined us. You're slowing everything down. I'm stabilizing it, I said. You're not qualified. I built this, I said. Emotionally, he said. Not legally. Not yet, I replied. He laughed. You think reading changes anything? Yes, I said. Because now I know what to file. Silence followed me as I walked out. At my desk, I called Miss Carter. I need to restructure, I said. Good, she replied. Now you're speaking clearly. I sent emails. Filed notices. Requested reviews. Nothing loud. Nothing dramatic. Claire texted again. You're pushing everyone away. I typed slowly. I'm pulling myself back. By evening, Ethan's approval stalled. He slammed his office door. Liam whispered, What did you do? Nothing, I said. I just stopped disappearing. I looked at the unsigned contract again. It didn't scare me anymore. I finally understood the language they used. And I was fluent now. Why can't I approve this? Ethan snapped. I didn't look up. Because it routes through me now. That's not possible. It is, I said. You should read the update. He slammed his hand on my desk. You don't have that authority. I don't need authority, I said. I have ownership. Mr. Holloway stepped out of his office. Lower your voice. Ethan turned to him. He's blocking contracts. Mr. Holloway looked at me. Is that true? I'm reviewing them, I said. That's my right. He frowned. Since when? Since the restructuring, I replied. There was no restructuring. There is now, I said. Claire appeared behind Ethan. What's happening? Ask him, Ethan said. He's playing games. I met her eyes. I'm following the documents. She shook her head. You're doing this to punish us. I'm doing this to protect myself, I said. That's not what this is. Then why are you scared? I asked. She opened her mouth, then stopped. Mr. Holloway cleared his throat. We need a meeting. I agree, I said. With counsel present. Ethan laughed harshly. You think a lawyer makes you dangerous? No, I said. You do. The meeting lasted 20 minutes. Mostly silence. Mostly reading. Mr. Holloway adjusted his glasses. These filings are valid. Ethan stared at him. You approve this? I didn't need to, I said. You already did months ago. His face drained. That clause was dormant. Until I activated it, I replied. Claire whispered, You planned this. I prepared, I said. There's a difference. Ethan leaned toward me. Undo it. Why? I asked. Because this ruins me. You ruined me first, I said. Mr. Holloway stood. We'll reconvene later. Take your time, I said. I'm not rushing anymore. Outside, Liam caught up with me. They're panicking, he said. I know. You okay? I nodded. For the first time. That afternoon, approvals froze. Vendors called. Emails piled up. Ethan stormed into my office. Fix this. Say please, I said. He laughed bitterly. You're enjoying this. I'm enjoying clarity, I said. You don't need to do this. I needed you not to, I replied. Claire came later. Her eyes were red. You could stop, she said. I could, I agreed. Then why won't you? Because stopping would mean pretending nothing happened. She sat down. I was scared. So was I said. Every day. I didn't think you'd fight back. I didn't either, I admitted. She reached for my hand. I pulled away. This isn't revenge, I said. It's balance. She stood slowly. You've changed. I remembered, I said. By evening, Ethan received the notice. He called me 5 times. I didn't answer. Mr. Holloway emailed. We need to discuss terms. I replied. Read them. I sat alone, watching the office empty. No shouting. No drama. Just systems responding to truth. I realized anger hadn't powered any of this. Silence had. And ownership spoke louder than anything I ever yelled. You did this on purpose, Ethan shouted. I stayed seated. You did it first. He paced my office like a trapped animal. You froze accounts. You stalled deals. I reviewed them, I said. Some failed standards. You made those standards. I followed the ones you ignored. He pointed at me. You think this makes you powerful? No, I said. It makes me safe. Mr. Holloway stood near the door, arms crossed. This has gone too far. I looked at him. It went too far when you let it. He sighed. You're destabilizing the company. I'm exposing it, I replied. Ethan laughed, sharp and desperate. You were never meant to win. I wasn't meant to survive either, I said. Claire stepped in quietly. Her face looked tired. Can we talk? She asked. Ethan scoffed. Don't waste your breath. She ignored him and looked at me. Alone. I nodded. Ethan stormed out, slamming the door. Claire sat across from me. This is getting ugly. It already was, I said. He's losing everything, she said. I know. You don't have to watch. I don't, I said. I just don't stop it. She swallowed. He's blaming you. He should, I said. But not only me. She flinched. I said I was sorry. I heard you, I said. I just didn't forget. She leaned forward. I chose comfort over truth. I know. And now? Now you live with it, I said gently. She wiped her eyes. Do you feel good? I thought about it. No. Then why keep going? Because stopping won't heal me, I said. Understanding will. She nodded slowly. I don't recognize you. I recognize myself, I replied. She stood. I don't belong here anymore. You decided that before, I said. After she left, Liam appeared. They removed Ethan's access, he whispered. When? 10 minutes ago. I leaned back. That was fast. They're scared. They should be, I said. Ethan barged back in, pale. They're pushing me out. I met his eyes. That's how gravity works. You promised loyalty. I promised honesty, I said. You broke it. He laughed bitterly. You're enjoying this. I'm watching, I said. There's a difference. He lowered his voice. Fix this, and I'll make you whole. I stood. You had your chance. You think this ends well? For me? I asked. Yes. For you alone, he snapped. That's enough, Mr. Holloway said, stepping in. Ethan, leave. Ethan stared at me one last time. You'll regret this. I already did, I said. Once. He left. That evening, news spread. Ethan was removed. Contracts reopened. Investigations started. Claire packed her desk. She paused beside me. I hope you find peace. I hope you find honesty, I said. She nodded and walked away. I sat alone as the office emptied. The silence felt heavy but clean. I expected joy. I felt none. I expected revenge. I felt clarity. My phone buzzed. Ethan again. Help me. I stared at the message. Then locked my screen. For the first time, I understood something simple. I didn't need to destroy them. They were doing that themselves. All I had to do was stop holding the pieces together. I need to see you, Claire said on the phone. I looked at the ceiling. Why? Because this is the last honest thing I can offer. I didn't answer for a long moment. Then I said, come over. She arrived an hour later. No makeup. No confidence. Just her. You look tired, she said. So do you. She sat across from me, hands folded. Ethan lost everything. I know. He blames me now. That sounds familiar, I said. She winced. I deserve that. Silence stretched between us. I loved you, she said finally. I believe you, I replied. Then why does it feel like I never mattered? Because love without courage feels like convenience, I said. She nodded slowly. I was afraid. So was I said. I just didn't betray anyone about it. Her eyes filled. I keep thinking if I had spoken up. You didn't, I said gently. That's the truth we have. She took a shaky breath. Do you hate me? I thought carefully. No. She looked surprised. Then why does this hurt so much? Because forgiveness doesn't undo damage, I said. It just stops the bleeding. She wiped her face. Can you forgive me? I leaned back. I already did. Her shoulders sagged. Then why does nothing feel better? Because forgiveness isn't reconciliation, I said. It's release. She stood. So this is goodbye. It's closure, I said. She nodded, then hesitated. Ethan reached out. I know. He wants you to help him. I won't. She searched my face. Why? Because saving him would mean denying what he did, I said. She whispered, he's broken. So was I replied. After she left, my phone buzzed. Ethan again. Please. Just talk. I stared at the screen. I remembered the nights I defended him. The meetings I softened for him. The loyalty I wasted. I typed back. What do you want? One meeting, he replied. That's all. Against my better judgment, I agreed. He looked smaller in person. No confidence. No armor. You won, he said. I didn't compete, I replied. You could fix this, he said. You still can. I crossed my arms. Why should I? Because we were family. I laughed quietly. Family doesn't erase someone legally. He swallowed. I made a mistake. You made a choice, I said. He leaned forward. Say the word, and I'll owe you forever. I thought about it. About power. About mercy. About how easy it would be to end him completely. I won't destroy you, I said. Hope flickered in his eyes. But I won't save you either, I continued. It died instantly. You're cruel, he whispered. No, I said. I'm done. He slammed his fist on the table. You think this makes you better? I think it makes me honest, I replied. He stood abruptly. You'll regret not finishing this. I won't, I said. Because I already finished it inside. He left without looking back. That night, I sat alone. I thought forgiveness would feel lighter. It didn't. It felt heavy. Mature. Final. I realized something important. Revenge had tempted me. Forgiveness had tested me. But walking away defined me. I didn't need their regret. I didn't need their pain. I just needed to stop carrying it. And for the first time since the bridge, my chest felt quiet. Everything's finalized, Ms. Carter said. You're free. I held the phone loosely. That's it? That's it, she replied. No loose ends. Thank you, I said. You earned it, she said. Don't give it back. I hung up and looked around the office one last time. Boxes lined the hallway. New people filled old chairs. Liam walked over. I heard you're leaving. I am, I said. He frowned. You could stay. You'd be untouchable now. I don't want to be untouchable, I replied. I want to be done. He nodded. You saved a lot of people. I saved myself, I said. He smiled sadly. That's usually how it starts. I packed the last of my things. Nothing important. Just reminders. Mr. Holloway stopped by my desk. You surprised everyone, he said. I surprised myself, I replied. You could have taken more. I took enough, I said. He studied me. You learned fast. I learned late, I said. But fully. He extended his hand. I shook it. Good luck, he said. I won't need it, I replied. Outside, the air felt lighter. The city moved like it always had. I just wasn't drowning in it anymore. My phone buzzed. Claire. I hope you're okay. I typed back. I am. Then I deleted the thread. I walked to the park and sat on a bench. Kids laughed nearby. Someone played music badly. I thought about the bridge. About how close I came to disappearing. I thought about the papers. How quietly they tried to erase me. I reached into my bag and pulled out the unsigned contract. The original one. The same version from before everything ended. I read it slowly. Then I tore it in half. Piece by piece. Not angry. Not shaking. Just finished. I stood and dropped the scraps into a trash bin. My phone buzzed again. Unknown number. This is Ethan. I stared at the screen for a long time. Then I blocked it. No speech. No closure. Some doors didn't need slamming. I walked home as the sun dipped low. I didn't feel powerful. I felt balanced. At my apartment, I opened the windows and let the air in. The silence wasn't heavy anymore. It was clean. I sat on the floor and laughed quietly. Not because it was funny. Because I was still here. I remembered something Miss Carter said once. Ownership isn't control, she told me. It's responsibility. I finally understood. I owned my choices. My mistakes. My survival. I lay back and closed my eyes. Tomorrow didn't scare me. Neither did yesterday. I didn't win. I didn't lose. I walked away whole. And that was enough. Do you ever miss it? Liam asked. We sat in a small cafe across from the old building. The sign outside had changed. New name. Same walls. Sometimes, I said. But not in the way you think. He stirred his coffee. They talk about you, you know. I figured. Like a warning, he added. Or a lesson. I smiled. I was neither. He looked at me. You sure? I'm sure, I said. He hesitated. Ethan moved away. I nodded. Good. Claire too. I paused. I hope she finds peace. Liam studied me. You really don't hate them. I don't carry them, I said. There's a difference. He leaned back. You changed. I stopped pretending, I replied. We finished our drinks in silence. After he left, I walked past the building alone. I didn't go inside. I didn't need to. My phone buzzed. A message from Miss Carter. Just checking in. I typed back. I'm doing well. I knew you would, she replied. I slipped the phone into my pocket and kept walking. At home, I unpacked boxes I'd been avoiding. Old notebooks. Photos. A framed picture of the early days of the company. I picked it up. We all looked happy. Tired. Honest. I set it down gently. Some memories didn't need destroying. They just needed distance. That evening, I sat on the balcony and watched the city lights come on. I thought about power. About how I chased it without knowing. I thought about rebirth. People always imagine rebirth as fire. As something loud. Mine was quiet. It was paperwork left unsigned. It was silence instead of shouting. It was walking away when I finally could have crushed someone. My phone rang. Unknown number again. I ignored it. I cooked dinner slowly. Ate without distractions. Slept without dreams. In the morning, I woke up early and went for a run. My lungs burned. My legs ached. I smiled. Pain that moved forward felt different. Later, I sat at my desk and opened a new document. Blank page. No clauses. No traps. Just space. I started writing ideas. Nothing big. Nothing urgent. Just mine. I realized something then. They thought paperwork made them powerful. They weren't wrong. They just didn't know what kind. Paper could erase. But it could also protect. It could also end. I closed the document and shut down the computer. Some things didn't need recording. I stepped outside again. The world felt open. Not endless. Just enough. I didn't need revenge anymore. I didn't need justice either. I had already carried both. And put them down. As I walked, I felt lighter than I had in years. Not because life got easier. But because I finally understood what to keep. My voice. My choices. My name. That was the only ownership that ever mattered.